It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Michael Fulmer, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, thanks, Matt. On the bump, Michael Fulmer. Boy, what really turned his career around, learning the straight changeup. Always had a big arm when he came up in the Mets farm system, but since he arrived in the big leagues, more than that big arm, the fastball 95 to 97 miles an hour. Straight changeup, one of the best in baseball. Also has a curveball to go along with it. If he brings the changeup and the good one with him, he will be really tough to hit.
And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. And just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-1 home. This one's down to third. To his left, Candelario. And a high throw as Cabrera's got no shot at it. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Well, if you're superstitious and believe in omens, this is really a bad sign. First hitter of the game, first chance to set the tone, and he sails the throw. We'll see if that was a fluke or the beginning of a trend.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Two mid-90s fastballs and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing. North-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be, let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day, those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Gotta find a way to scratch a few across early.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Abreu, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
Spin and a throw back to second, and the runner will get back standing. shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
Tilson leads off second with one gone in the inning. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So here is Avisail Garcia. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Martin is under it, and the inning is over. White Sox leave one. It's the White Sox nothing. Tigers coming up. Back after this on MLB Network. James Shields will get the starting assignment in this one for the Chi Sox. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Big game James Shields on the mound. 3-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, changeup. One of the keys for James Shields, he needs that curveball. If he has the curveball, it gets the hitters off of the fastball. Not an overpowering guy, but he will throw the changeup and the curveball behind in the count. He's more of a thinking man's pitcher.
First pitch of the at-bat. Bounce to first. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
So striding forward now, Jeimer Candelario. First pitch coming, here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. One out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Standing in, Miguel Cabrera. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Shields gets the sign. First pitch on the way. The putter runs outside, ball 1. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
2 balls and a strike to the Tigers' first baseman. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped high in the air. Anderson has a play. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, coming into this one against Michael Fulmer. He's a perfect 3 for 3. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. The count now at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Now at the plate, Nicky Delmonico, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. Now in the box, Tim Anderson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he misses with it. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1. The 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
He drilled the previous balls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
The 3-1 takes a strike for a full count now. 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that run on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Stepping in now, Leury Garcia, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Coming into this one against Michael Fulmer, he's 3 for 9. He's also driven in 5 runs. Here it comes, 1-0. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 home. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Delmonico on second. Anderson at first. 1 gone. Lays off 2-2 now.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Bounce it to the left side. Iglesias is there, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. Set to lead off the home half of the second.
Victor Martinez.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up. Three and 0 now. Nicholas Castellanos will be next. Here it is on 3-0. A high fastball is in there.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And the 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Batting 10th, right fielder,
Nick Castellanos now. Lifetime numbers with James Shields. He's totaled 4 hits in 22 tries. He's taken him deep once. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike. Shields, a California-born ball player. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. A runner at first with no outs here. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Next up for Detroit, James McCann. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-0. Popped him up. And this will land foul. One and two to the Tigers catcher. Bottom of the second here with no score. Right side. The second for one. Onto the pitcher covering at first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. A nice aerial look of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast from Comerica Park. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Charlie Tilson. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive to left. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first down.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Into the box, Yoan Moncada. As he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the 1-0. Misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Jose Abreu waits on deck. And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with 1 away.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jose Abreu. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. Moncada, base runner at first with 1 out. He's running. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. Oh, and this is low, and it won't be dug out, so he picked the right pitch to run on there, and he's in at second base with a stolen bag. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. The 2-1. He's taken high above the zone.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And the White Sox have their first hit of the game. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
In now, Avisail Garcia, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. And they're runners at the corners now. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing, and the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's Leonis Martin. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Leonis Martin.
First offering on its way. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Batting 8, second baseman.
Next for the Tigers, Dixon Machado. Here comes the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one. Now a pitch on the way. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2. You've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. He's down low, and he gets the call. Strike three looking.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled away. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Infielders are taught from the time they hold a glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. As Shields starts him out with a strike, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Shields pauses. Here's the 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
The 1-2 is a fastball down below the knees.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 1 left for Detroit. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Digging in to try it again, Wellington Castillo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
The 1-1 home. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! A solo shot here to left as the White Sox are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. And the first pitch misses to him. It's ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error thus far for the White Sox. 3-0 now. Tim Anderson will be next. Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
So coming to the plate, Tim Anderson. He drew a walk his first time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. This is a foul ball. Delmonico on at first, nobody out. And it's 2 balls and a strike for Tim Anderson.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
Now the 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws his good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Leury Garcia, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fly ball out toward right field. Moving under it, Castellanos. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Standing in, Yolmer Sanchez.
Carlos Sanchez.
Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a strike.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Oh, got him looking at the 2-seamer, and that'll end it. So the White Sox hit the board first on the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Striding into the box, Jeimer Candelario. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Jeimer Candelario.
First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Coming to the plate now, Miguel Cabrera. He popped out in his first trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. Now it's 2-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
2-0 count. The pitch. Finds the zone, strike one. Now the 2-1. Swing, and he's able to flare this one out to left. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Tigers.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Here it comes, 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. No runs, just one hit, one error for the Tigers thus far. Martinez in front with a 3-1 count. Ready with the 3-1. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player on the defensive.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Cabrera at second. Martinez is over at first with one away. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in a count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball and he can't catch up to the express.
Stepping in now, James McCann, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. The 1-1 home. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Tigers strand a pair. They're down 1-0. Charlie Tilson now comes forward. He'll start off the 5th in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
Here it is, the 3-0. Is taken, strike one. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
After the walk, a quick check on first. And a dive, but he's back in. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Now a throw. He's back standing. Nobody out, runner on first. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Line toward right center. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way. for a base hit.
So here is Avisail Garcia as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 pitch. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. He got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Tilson over at second. Abreu at first. 1 gone. On the ground now for Iglesias. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing, and the side is retired. We are in Motown, but I don't think we'll be seeing any of these people dancing in a Soul Review tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Leonis Martin. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Martin, the former Seattle Mariner, who was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
The 1-2 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
High in the air into shallow left center. Anderson onto the grass. Makes the play. 1 away.
Up next for the Tigers.
There's our line score through the first 4.5. And these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. Into the box. Dixon Machado. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First delivery to him on the way. Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that one stayed too low apparently. Next pitch for Shields will be number 64 in the ballgame. Nipped the corner. 2-2. Too high. Ball 3.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
1 out, nobody on. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. popped him up. Moncada calls for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail this one 1-0. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a ball, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. The 1-0. Hit out towards second. Machado is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nicky.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far. The pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
The 1-1 home. He swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
The 3-1. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. After it is Martin. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox, but they're up 1-0. And that'll bring up to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that quite frankly has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And the changeup is way low that time. Lifted in the air to center. Tilson waits on it. 1 out.
Now batting.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-2 the count. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my men on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
Ready for another shot now, Miguel Cabrera. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Good knuckle curve, and he's got him behind 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Shields sets his sights. Here it is on 0-2. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. White Sox on top in this one, but before we get out to the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Ready once again, Leury Garcia. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Third baseman, Carlos Sanchez.
Into the box now, Yolmer Sanchez. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. First pitch coming, here it is. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand. or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
This is skied into short left center. Iglesias is calling for it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Into the box, Charlie Tilson. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball that just misses inside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-2. He swung on and missed, strike 3. Down in order go the White Sox, but they're on top 1-0. Next will be the designated hitter, Victor Martinez. A couple of walks for him thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Pitch is popped up. Shields is there. 1 away.
The right fielder, number 9.
Stepping in, Nicholas Castellanos. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. First offering on its way. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Well, you never want to issue a free pass if you can help it, but when a hitter like that digs in, you'd rather he's standing at first than driving a ball out of here and erasing your 1-run lead.
In now, James McCann. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a knee-high fastball.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far, so good.
The 0-1. Line drive, base hit to right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I'll tell you what, D-Row, this guy's been on point. After that knock, that's only their second knock of the game, and it's getting late into this one.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You can see it from the manager to the hitting coach to everyone in this lineup. They are really upset with the way they've swung the bats. Maybe this is the start of something late.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And he'll just put it in his pocket. It's an infield single.
Now batting, second baseman, Dixon Machado.
So striding in, Dixon Machado, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Shields jumps ahead here with a good fastball for strike 1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So the Tigers leave him loaded. It remains 1-0. Travis Wood has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 19, Travis Wood.
Yohan Moncada will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Wood, once a member of the Chicago Cubs organization, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
Now at the plate, Jose Abreu. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. From the stretch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. Moncada aboard here at first with nobody out. Into the corner and slicing foul. Curveball, or maybe even the circle change there. 2-2 regardless. Here now the 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Martinez under it. Makes the play, one away. So here is Avisaíl Garcia. He was a double play victim last time around. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in there. And another snap throw to the bag. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Under it is Martin, and that's out number 2. Wellington Castillo will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. He's set, and the pitch. Hard hit ball towards the hole. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Striding forward now is the DH, Nicky Delmonico, and a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Missed with a slider. The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
2 down, runners at first and second. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
And he fouls this one off. Another full count pitch on its way. Slider whipped on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. White Sox strand a couple, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And that'll bring up Mikey Motto. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 is in off the plate.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
The 2-0. It's the zone, high and inside, but still a strike. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100.
Man, I love this right now. He's given it everything he has, given this team depth, allowing the manager to pick some serious matchups when it comes to going to the bullpen, Dan.
Boy, you nailed that, D-Road. Now you can go to your go-to guys, the troubleshooters, the guy you want to bring into close games. Anytime a starter can get you through 7 innings, the 8th inning, it's a bonus. A job well done so far.
And a full count, 3-2 for Mikey Motto. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Count remains full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound. And that's going to be all for James Shields. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Joaquin Soria takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Joaquin Soria.
Jeimer Candelaria will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Mata gets his lead at first, nobody out. Line drive to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, no thanks.
Jacoby Jones will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 21, Jacoby Jones.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
Now a swing and a foul tip, held onto behind the plate, and they're lucky he did, as that's an important out, number 1.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
2-2. The 2-2. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. There's one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back to Comerica Park right after this. Jacoby Jones is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 21.
Lane Hardy enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Lane Hardy.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First offering on its way. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one just missed outside. Hardy has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
The 2-2. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
Into the box now, Leury Garcia, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first down.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs too. That's excellent pitching.
Standing in now, Yomer Sanchez. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, one out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
Charlie Tilson is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. 0-1 count and the pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. 2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To Iglesias for one on the Cabrera, but it's too late, and they'll just get the one.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
Now batting, Yohan Moncada. He singled his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. In the dirt here. And that's going to move that runner into scoring position now. The 1-0 home. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. On the ground to third. Jones comes up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Sox get a run here on 2 hits. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. The White Sox lead it 2-0. Juan Minaya is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Low for ball one. Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
The 1-1 home. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down. There's a look at the final line for the White Sox starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him. Settling in now, James McCann. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted in the air to center. Tilson has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's Leonis Martin, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First pitch coming. Here it is. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. The win would go to James Shields if our score stays where it is. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Last breath for the Tigers. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
A 2-0 finish today. The Chicago White Sox took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. James Shields pitches well enough to get the W. Michael Fulmer is saddled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious White Sox. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. For the Tigers, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 27 minutes. Our paid attendance at Comerica Park this afternoon, a sellout of 40,000. The Tigers thank you for attending today's game and remind you to buckle up and drive home safely.